Hey, good morning. This is Richard with All Saints Financial. Just wanted to come at you real quick. I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible. You only know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know. Does that make sense? What I mean by that is people don't like change, so they get in a comfort zone, and that's where they want to stay. They don't want any friction. They don't want any ripples. They don't want any problems, and they feel like if something is out of the ordinary or there's change involved, that something is going to go wrong, and they might make a wrong choice. Well, and that falls into you only know what you know, and what I'm coming at you with is health and life insurance, for instance, even investments on the financial side. If you're not educated in those areas, you only know what you know. So that's why people like myself, being a consultant and a specialist in that field, I can educate people and teach them so they can make an educated decision on what best fits them. So, for instance, what I'm seeing is on the health side, 65 and up, people might be with a specific carrier for many, many years. And what they don't understand is every single year, those things change. That's why we have to be recertified yearly, because there's new changes, there's new rules, there's new regulations, there's new policies and procedures. There's doctors and hospitals that have fallen out of network. There's different things. There's co-payments that change. There's out of pocket hospital expenses and stuff that change. So you gotta, every year you have to look at your options. I mean, you need to find an agent, a consultant, somebody that's licensed that can go over these plans with you, so you understand them fully. I run across people sometimes that have a specific carrier. They're comfortable with it. They've had them for 10 years or more. And now all of a sudden they don't pay for a medication, or the hospital, for instance, local hospital has fallen off their plan and now it's not covered. The doctors are from that hospital, so now their doctors aren't covered. But because they don't like change, they don't realize that they need to change. So they want to stay where they are when they could, benefit themselves by moving. Somebody told me once, well, I've been with them for years. They've been good to me. They've always done right. And and then I've seen their plan has gone up for the yearly out of pocket expense. And I showed, and I'm able to compare two other plans where that's not the case. They save money. There's no deductible. There's no copay. There's no premiums. I mean, there's different things out there that's available, and you need to look. I mean, you really need to compare these things, and you need to see what's out there, because in the long run you're gonna be out more money. People are living the expenses that they have. They don't have enough to meet their means, and then it's just hard to make it. So these things you need to look at. Try to save as much money as you can, and make sure your doctors and hospitals are still in network. You have to do your due diligence and find those things out. And the best way to do that is talk to somebody that's licensed, that is able to talk to you about that properly, and educate you, and show you ways that better plans that could suit you. Now, if you choose to do that or not, then that's up to you, and then you'll have to deal with whatever plan you have for another year or another 9 months, until it's time that you're able to change again. So keep these things in mind, and when you're trying to do something, that we're out there to help you, not hurt you. Same thing goes with life insurance. There are companies out there that sell insurance over the phone or over TV commercial, and they're selling them, this is the only insurance you're going to need. But those things term out at 75 years old, at 80 years old. And again, you only know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know. So they have a policy thinking, I'm good. I got insurance. I don't need to talk to an insurance agent. I got $10,000. I got $20,000. But what they don't realize, if it's a term policy, those things go up every 5 years. You get to 75 years old or 80 years old, depending on the company. Now they've lost their insurance. They don't have it anymore. And let me tell you something, at 75, 80 years old, your life insurance that you thought was good is gone. Now you're in a dilemma. Now you're going to have to get a whole life policy that you can buy at that point in time that is going to last for the rest of your life. And the premiums are going to be really expensive because you waited so long. So remember this, whole life, permanent insurance. If you're above 50, 55 years old, you need to start looking for that kind of insurance, and make sure you ask those type of questions when you call these people on the phone. You ask them, is this whole life insurance? Is this a permanent insurance? Does it expire at a certain age? Does it go up every 5 years? You need to ask these questions because, again, if you don't know, you just don't know. Okay? All right. God bless everybody. Have a wonderful day. That's a 6-minute video for you. Hopefully you weren't bored to death. God bless.